What's going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 23 Ultimate Team video. In today's video, we're going to be going over everything you need to know about the Monster Maker cards in MUT 23, including how to get 4 free 89 overalls. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video, if you like it, if it helps you out, make sure to go ahead and click that thumbs up button. Shows a lot of support on the channel, helps the videos get noticed. Also, if you're brand new here, you are searching around YouTube for MUT 23 content, whether it's how to get free players, how to make coins, how to build your ultimate team, you found the right channel for everything. Stay a while, click that subscribe button, turn that notification bell on as well so you guys are alerted when we drop additional videos. Let's get right on into it. A lot to go over. Now, one quick update with these Monster Maker cards. Last night, we put out a video that if you tried to upgrade these cards, you would get locked out of the game. That is no longer an issue. You can safely go in and upgrade these cards. And in today's video, we're going to show you how to do that. So it all starts with earning these 86 overall BND Monster Maker fantasy packs, which are going to be found in the Most Feared Field Pass. If you scroll through the rewards, sometimes you're going to get this error. If you do, keep trying. Eventually, you'll get into the Field Pass. Once you're in there, if you scroll through the rewards, you're going to see that you can earn 4 of these packs. So you get one at level 15. You're going to get one, I believe, at level, I thought it was 11. It's level 9. The first one you're going to get is at level 3. So there's 3 of the 4. And then if you scroll a little bit further to the right, there's one more that I have not unlocked yet, and that's going to be at level 21. So these 86 overall BND monster packs are going to contain 4 players, and you want to don't want to make a mistake by picking the same player twice, because you can actually earn all 4 of these for free and upgrade them all to an 89 overall for free. But if you happen to pick the same player twice, you're not going to be able to do that. So pay attention to who you pick the first time so you don't pick them the second. When you pick your second, make sure you don't pick one of the first 2 on the third one, and so forth. Now, with these 86 overall cards, in order to upgrade them, you're going to have to do or complete certain objectives. But first, to get down this reward path to earn those 86 overall fantasy packs, you're going to have to knock out these types of objectives. These are going to give you XP. Now, I know right now in MUT, a lot of things are not tracking properly. Solo challenges, not solo battles, definitely are. So play through your Most Feared solos. You'll earn a lot of XP there. For the most part, these statistical objectives are tracking correctly. Rushing yards seem to be hit or miss sometimes, but points are definitely tracking. And also make sure you have Most Feared players in your lineup when you're doing these. Otherwise, they're not going to count. Completing Most Feared sets is giving out the correct amount of XP. Upgrading your strategy items is as well. We put out a video on the second channel on how to upgrade or level up these strategy items to give you not only XP from this, but also more for your players in house rules and solo challenges. Over on the second channel, we posted that video. We'll link that one down below in the comments section as a pinned comment. So all of these things within the objective list are going to give you XP to get you down the reward path to unlock these 86 overall BND Monster Fantasy Packs. I've opened up one. I have 2 more to open up in this video, but one thing I want you to pay attention to here is with the Monster Makers. Again, the 4 players, Chase Claypool, Rasul Douglas, Zeke Elliott, Devin White. You get 86 overall versions of these players from these fantasy packs, and when you complete these players' objectives, you can bump them up to an 89 overall via the upgrade path, and we'll show you how to do that. But one of the big confusing things that's been going on here is if you take a look at the players that I have not unlocked yet, so Rasul Douglas, Zeke Elliott, Devin White, if you look above the objective, it says have Monster Devin White in your lineup. Have Monster Zeke Elliott in your lineup. Have Monster Rasul Douglas in your lineup. But look at Chase Claypool. He doesn't have that. So what we were noticing this morning is that once you pick a player from that 86 overall pack, that verbiage at the top is going to disappear. So when we pick Rasul Douglas, no longer will you see have Monster Rasul Douglas in your lineup. So one big confusing thing was people thought that they just needed to get these specific objectives with the player in your lineup, not actually with the player, and that's not the case. When this verbiage goes away, like for Chase Claypool, you actually have to get 40 receptions with Claypool, not 40 receptions with Claypool in your lineup. The other thing here is that a lot of these stats are not tracking correctly, and 2 that are 100% broken right now are going to be win a game with 250 passing yards with Monster maker Claypool in your lineup, it's not tracking correctly at all. So this one you can pretty much not get done at all. And then the other one with Zeke Elliott here is win a game with 150 plus rushing yards with Zeke in your lineup. This one is not working correctly at all. We're going to kind of show you a workaround right now, and hopefully by the time most of you guys are watching this video, these issues will be cleared up, but I just want to make you aware of them. So basically, you're going to get these 86 overall packs, you're going to pick the players, you're going to put them in your lineup, and you're going to need to do these specific objectives with those specific players. So let's go over and open up 2 of these packs and watch how the verbiage on Rasul Douglas, when we come back to it, and also Devin White, because you know we're picking Zeke last, is going to disappear basically. Here is what the pack looks like. By now, most of you probably got to one, and once we get it, it's a fantasy pack, like I said, but they don't protect you from picking the same player twice, like I said earlier. So like, I already picked Chase Claypool, want to make sure I don't do it again. We're going to go ahead and pick Rasul Douglas here, and then we'll open up our second pack and we'll pick the Devin White, and now we have 3 out of the 4 potential cards. Here we are picking our Devin White card, and now we have them, and I'm going to jump back over to the field pass, back over to those Monster Maker objectives, and you're going to see that verbiage change a little bit. So here we are on the Monster Maker objectives for Rasul Douglas, and you can see that top description is no longer there, but I just discovered something else. If I go to Devin White, it's still there even though we picked Devin White. It goes away when you put Devin White in your lineup. So this is kind of their way of saying, yo, you need to go put him in your lineup. Once you do, then it disappears. So we got Claypool in the lineup. If we switch over to the defense, we got Douglas in our lineup. Let's go ahead and put Devin White in the lineup now. And we're going to put him in a position, right? We don't want to put him in the back of our middle linebackers because we need him to see the field. We actually need him to get these objectives done for us. Now that he's in the lineup, let's one more time go back over to the objectives, and that top verbiage should disappear. And boom, there it is. So now with these players in our lineup, I need to force 5 fumbles with Devin White. I need to get 3 sacks with him. I need to win a solo battle or a head-to-head game, not allowing 150 yards with him in the lineup and so forth. Now, when you knock out these objectives with these players, and again, I can't stress this enough, some of these things are not tracking for everybody, or they're tracking very inconsistently, so you're probably going to come across that. We're either just going to have to fight through it or wait for EA to fix it, or obviously just not play the game. When you knock out these objectives, you're going to receive a collectible, an upgrade token, if you will. So for getting 500 passing yards with Chase Claypool and getting 10 touchdown receptions with Chase Claypool, I got 2 of these collectibles. Now, there was an issue early yesterday when this content first came out that it was giving out the wrong collectibles. I don't know if they've done a make right for that. I experienced that on my No Money Spent account where I knocked out some of the Claypool objectives and I got a Monster Morph collectible, which is used to upgrade the strategy items and not these specific players. So if you kind of fell in that boat like I did on my No Money Spent account, you might still be waiting for those make rights on the collectibles. Again, I don't know if they're out yet or not. I haven't logged into that account today, but if they haven't, you really just got to sit and wait. There's nothing you can do. But there is kind of a workaround, right? So I have 2 of the collectibles that I earned from knocking out Chase Claypool missions. I can actually use those to upgrade Rasul Douglas or Devin White instead. They are not player specific, so let's show you how to use the collectibles and upgrade the players. If you played Madden 22 or Madden 21 or a Madden with power-ups, it's going to work very similar, and we've had other promos that basically take a collectible to upgrade the attribute. So if I go to Chase Claypool, right, and we go over to upgrades, you're going to see that the very first step requires 5 training, and we actually can refund that, and you'll see that it locks up everything. If we then use 5 training to unlock it, it's going to unlock this very first slot, which gives you the team chemistry if we wanted to put Steelers on there. So then the second, third, fourth, and fifth slots are going to require these Monster Fear tokens to basically boost up them from an 86 overall to an 89 overall, and you can see it kind of goes in steps. So we go to 87, then 88, then 89, and then finally there's a chemistry. So you, I believe, don't actually need all 4 tokens to get them to an 89. You only really need 3. So we're going to kind of experiment with that. I only have 2 tokens, so I can't go all the way. But remember, we earned these collectibles by doing Chase Claypool objectives. if I go on over to Rasul Douglas, as I mentioned a moment ago, I can actually use those same collectibles to upgrade him instead, despite the fact that I have not completed any of his objectives. But when I do, and I get one of those tokens for a Douglas objective, I can put it in the Chase Claypool card, or I can put it into Devin White. It's really up to you. So potentially, even though like Zeke and Claypool's objectives are broke, you can still max them out by getting tokens from other players' objectives. So we unlock the first slot for Rasul Douglas. We're going to put Eagles Chem on him because he is indeed an Eagles legend. And then the next tier is going to require this Monster Fear, Monster Fire token, whatever the heck it's called. Select from Item Manager. You can see that we have 2 of them. We're going to go ahead and hit Add to Upgrade. And boom, now you can see he's an 87 overall. We'll go ahead and add our second collectible in that we have to get him up to an 88 overall. And boom, there he is. But both of those collectibles came from Chase Claypool objectives rather than Rasul Douglas objectives. I mean, if you could get 3 or 4 tokens from one player, you could then start taking them out of that player and boosting up another player to go knock out their objectives, and basically always play with the max version of this player to kind of tackle those objectives. It's just a big brain way of thinking. And also when unlocking these, you're going to get chemistry slots, of course, to put chemistry on them. But there is now the Rasul Douglas on the team at an 88 overall. And I'm guessing we only need 1 more to get him to an 89. Let's read some descriptions here. So add the token to unlock Monster Boost slot, upgrade ratings, and get ability slot number 3. And then the 4th one is to unlock a Monster Boost slot and X Factor. So actually, you only need 3 tokens to get them up to an 89 overall. The 4th token unlocks some special ability, which is definitely going to help you go crazy in house rules and solo challenges more than likely. But at the end of the day, it's not going to make the player's attributes any better, unless this is also talking about the discounted abilities. But to maximize their attributes, you only need 3 out of the 4 tokens to get there. So I think that pretty much wraps it up. You get the 86s by leveling up the most feared field pass, and you level that field pass up by knocking out the objectives within the field pass. Once you pick your 86, you're going to put that player in your lineup, knock out that player's specific objectives, and when you get those tokens, you can upgrade that player or use the tokens to upgrade another player as you level up that most feared field pass and unlock additional 86s. Just keep in mind, right now, some of those stats are not tracking correctly. Some of them are broken, and if you're waiting on that make right, I'm sorry. Hopefully, they'll get it resolved by today. We shall see. Let me know if you got any otother questions. I think we answered them all. Hope it helped out. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.